Man, just when you thought it couldn't get any worse for these Los Angeles Rams, it just did. Hey, really quick guys, if you could leave a like on this video, I would really appreciate it. I know it sounds very cliche for a YouTuber to say that, but honestly, it does help out the channel and it pushes the video out to more NFL fans just like yourself who haven't discovered this channel. So if you could do that for me real quick, I'd really appreciate it. So it doesn't take a genius to be able to figure out the Rams offensive line was very atrocious yesterday, not giving any holes for the running backs to be able to run through, letting Stafford get sacked 7 times, and giving up a multitude of pressures. I'm afraid to say it, guys, it could get worse from here, and I'll tell you why. Jordan Rodriguez reports Rams center Brian Allen has to have a clean-out procedure on his knee and is out 2 to 4 weeks. Coleman Shelton will move to center, and Tremaine Ingram will move to right guard. And unfortunately, that is not the only bad news for Los Angeles Rams. As Jordan Rodriguez reports, left tackle Joe Noteboom strained his MCL and is day-to-day. Rams expect he'll be back for Atlanta. If not, A.J. Jackson steps in. She also reports Kyren Williams will have surgery today on high ankle sprain suffered on special teams Thursday, and he's out 6 to 8 weeks. And I hate to be the one to say it, Rams fans, but this is not good news for Los Angeles Rams. We just saw their starting group of offensive linemen look like they were on roller skates last night. And now you take the center out and possibly the left tackle out, and if the left tackle does play, he won't be at full strength. No doubt he'll still be feeling some of that pain, and it could affect his mental game and really contribute to how he plays. Look, you guys know how I feel about Brian Allen. I've never really been the biggest fan of him, and I wasn't the biggest fan of us extending Brian Allen. I just feel like he's a very streaky type of player, and whenever he's facing some beefier fronts who like to bull rush, he just gets made a fool of, just simply put. I think Coleman Shelton will do fine in filling in that role at that center position while Brian Allen is out because he has played center in the past. He's shown that versatility. I am not by any means sold on Tremaine Ingram at right guard, and if we put in A.J. Jackson at left tackle, my heart is going to be beating a mile a minute before each play just because of how concerning that is going to look, especially if the play that the Rams had last night against a good Bills defensive front. I think that's something that you have to keep in mind. They were a good defensive front, but if that is anything similar to what we saw last night, it could only get worse with some of these backups playing in there. Now, I do think that Sean McVay has proven to be good at making the adjustments and being able to scheme around some of the weaknesses and kind of being able to mask that with his abilities to be able to scheme that way. I expect to see some of that, so it's not just going to be a complete and utter weakness for this team that's just absolutely going to derail the season, but it is something to keep your eye on, especially when they just did not come out to play last night. They were a little bit streaky last season. I think it's going to be something to keep your eye on. Not good news for Los Angeles Rams. And then you add on top of that rookie Kyren Williams going to be out 6 to 8 weeks with that high ankle sprain. I mean, I just feel for the guy. He had that broken foot after he was drafted by the Los Angeles Rams, so he wasn't able to get any of time in the OTA period or in the training camp period. He really just joined in very late in that. Didn't get any time in the preseason because he was expected to have a bigger role. And then last night, he got injured very early on special teams, so he wasn't able to do anything. So he just really hasn't been able to do that much in the NFL. And now the Rams are going to be banking on Darrell Henderson and Cam Akers to be able to stay healthy, which is a bit of a question mark here for the season. So not the best news for the Rams to be able to receive today, and I'm sure we'll be able to adjust with what we have, but it's still something a little bit concerning to look at, especially along that offensive line. Let me know what you think down in the comments down below, and subscribe to the channel if you do like Rams content. Leave a like I said in the intro. Other than that, though, it's been me, Rams House. Have an amazing day, guys. Horns up, and God bless.